in order for us to be able to know how today's event is going to go. So the very first thing I want to say is to welcome you on board to the IIM Africa family. We're indeed grateful, we're glad to have you on board. The premier international professional institute that is promoting data and information management across the globe. As the IIM traditions demands, we start all our programs with what we refer to as the procession, and we end it with the session. So what we're going to do, what we're going to start with now is we're going to file into the law, and as soon as we file into the law, all the inductees will be expected to take the front, start from the front row, and occupy the first and second row. So that is going to be our area for sitting. Then we have the guests sitting right behind us. But a very important instrument for today's program is the IIM Oath of Allegiance. So I'm going to be sharing the Oath of Allegiance with us. And what this means is that by the time you are being invited to the stage, for you to take your oath, you're expected to come along to the stage with your Oath of Allegiance. You can study it. Then after the induction exercise, you're expected to sign and ensure that you submit before you do the oath. So I'm going to start by sharing the Oath of Allegiance for the IIM Professional Fellow Grade. Professional and senior professional members. Any other person who is there to receive the Oath of Allegiance? Okay. So for all the professional fellows in the area, our heart has played a significant role as professional members of the institute. So the fact that you're about to be inducted to become an accredited fellowship institute, your heart should be on the right hand side for now. On the right hand side. Mine is on the left, but I've already been inducted. So yours should be on the right. So after taking your Oath of Allegiance, you will be declared accredited professional fellow of the Great Institute. Then you'll be advised to now move into the left, which means that you have been accredited as a professional fellow of our institute. And for old members that might want to know, they are expected to have ears, on the left hand side because they have already been involved. So, do you have any old member here? In the absence of that, can we file our statement? Just before we proceed with the procession, I will need to do an inspection to ensure that we all are properly trained. Professional members, senior professional, join me. You have your Oath of Allegiance. they will be advised to sit down at the appropriate time. Let me do a final close and ensure that everything is close inside the window. Sorry. Sorry, please.
Sorry, ma'am, please.
Only can give right. Thank you very much. So let's take the national anthem while we remain standing.
Nigeria, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria, Lord, and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. Peace or battle honors, and this we count as gain. Through kind or through our children, of valor without stain. Oh God of all great.
Let's rise from this. In the mighty name of Jesus. Father Lord, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to anchor this occasion. Father Lord, we call upon you this morning to come and give us the grace. Give us the understanding of why we are here. And whatever we are here to do today, this induction, this training shall impact a lot in our lives in the mighty name of Jesus. We call upon you this morning to come and take charge of this event. As we call upon you, may your peace continue to rest with us now and forevermore. Amen. Adoption and investment. I can't even hear you. The inductees, I mean, you're supposed to be very, very happy. Tell the person by your side, say, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, let's do it this way. I know that probably you don't even know the person by your left or by your right. Can you just kindly introduce yourself now to one another? Tell the person your name, where you work, and what you do. Yes, I mean, I love that. Some people already smiling and laughing. Is it so that
Number one on the list is Professor Patrick N. Wiyoboki. He's a professor of Administration and Information Management, Rivers State University. Prof, I don't know if Prof is here. Oh, good to see you, Prof. Please just put hands together for me. Prof, you have a seat here. Please kindly, I think I need an usher that will also help us to usher. Yes, I need an usher. Okay. We also have Dr. Dennis Mercury. Is Dennis here? Dr. Dennis is here. Okay. Not yet here. We have Ambassador William Odewige, Doc. We have a place for you here. We also have Ambassador Emmanuel Wamba, Head Customer Services, the Ari. I think this should be Ari Ken. Ambassador Wamba, are you here? Okay. Not here. Okay, so.
Hello everyone, my name is Amadi Victoria, the latest IIM. I work with Montego Upstream Services and I just got conferred as a fellow into the Institute of Information Management Africa. I'm so proud and elated to be a part of this. This is Victoria to the world, data information management to the world, and I'm very happy to be part of those that were inducted today. Thank you.
I want to use this opportunity to welcome us all to the 2024 IIM Port-Harcourt Annual Lecture, 52nd Induction and Investiture. Today, we gather under the theme, Unlocking Data's Potentials, Innovation in Knowledge Extraction and Archival Techniques. To celebrate not only the achievements of our members, but also the transformative power of data in shaping our collective future. I believe we all know the importance of data in today's world. So data has evolved from being mere an asset. It's so unfortunate that even in a lot of organizations, as we speak, they are yet to begin to see data as corporate assets. Because when we talk about corporate assets, people usually have the notion and the belief.
The reason I joined is because, firstly, I want to belong to a professional body, which IIM Africa is. Secondly, I want to do better. I want to improve in my job. Okay, I'm a data analyst and document control officer, right? So now we know that data is everything. Data is life. Now I want to improve. I want to do better. I want to give the best to the world at the end of the day. That's the main reason why I joined this.
I mean, the ability of the organization to be able to meet.
I would like to say to everyone out there, if you don't belong to IIM Africa, you're missing out because there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to gain, there's a lot to benefit from. The DPO, not the police DPO, that is now in vogue. It's the trending thing. So you want to be part of it. Why not? Join IIM Africa today and become one of us. Thank you very much.
Knowledge extraction and archival techniques, we're exploring new frontiers that define what is possible in data and information management. So today, if there is any of us that has not already started taking advantage of data, for decision making, for planning, for compliance and so many other purposes, I think this is the right time you need to start to have a rethink. So what is the power of data now? So in today's digital age, data is massive. It flows from every interaction, every transaction, and every digital footprint. The first set of people that you can easily sell your idea or your product to are the people that already know your organization. And you just find people collecting all those data and archiving or storing those registers somewhere without taking advantage of the value that the data that is inherent in all those data. So when we talk about innovation and knowledge extraction, advancement in technology, particularly in artificial intelligence and machine learning, are revolutionizing how we extract data. And these innovations enable us to uncover patterns, predict trends, and personalize experience in ways that we once were unimaginable. They are not just tools, they are catalysts for innovation and progress. So what we're saying in essence is the fact that, technology has so evolved these days that if care is not taken, in fact, the fact remains that it has already started disrupting so many things. A lot of people are fidgeting, a lot of people are concerned, a lot of people are complaining about the fact that technology might actually come in and take up their responsibilities. But the truth remains that as professionals, we need to evolve. As technology evolves, we also need to evolve. You need to look at your discipline, you need to look at what you do, you need to look at the industry where you operate, and try to take advantage of some of this data we're talking about for you to be able to know how technology is actually disrupting what you're doing. A lot of people today, they are being kicked out of their respective jobs simply because of the fact that they employ the backroom approach to things. They are not being proactive. We need to be proactive in this day and time, because if we are not proactive, before you know it, we will no longer be relevant in what we do. So for every discipline, for every field, for every sector, there is always a particular area where technology tends to disrupt. So in your own industry, it is your responsibility for you to be able to identify that and go ahead of technology. So how do you get ahead of technology? Is by upskilling. The knowledge you have last year might not really be all that relevant this year. And that is why a professional institute like IIM is important. Because at IIM, all our members that are here, they can...
Okay, good afternoon all. My name is Ashila Jegoba Victor. Currently, I'm working with the tertiary institution as a program and system analyst. Before now was with the Belema Hoye, where I was introduced to this IIM. Now I'm here today. Okay, I want to push on, just as we have just said, that we should sell it to the world. Sometime 2000, somebody told me about IIM, and today I am here. IIM is a very prospective institution, and I think because I want to be more professional, I am here. Yes, today I want to thank the chairman and all members of IIM, all the bodies here. I want to say thank you very much, because it's a very profiting organization, and today I've seen that we push it to the world, and as we push it to the world, even to the people outside, we are telling them to come in, and as we do, they are going to profit more of it, just as they have told us more of the benefits.
It will enable us to uncover patterns. It will help you to be able to see a particular pattern on how things are evolving, and they are going to help you to also be able to predict what is likely going to happen, maybe in the next 1 month, in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, or in the next 1 year. That is what technology is there for. And personalized experience in ways that were once unimaginable. They are not just tools, they are catalysts, like I said earlier, for innovation and progress. So we're actually supposed to take advantage of all of this, for innovation and progress in whatever thing that we do. So archival techniques now. Effective archival of data ensures integrity, accessibility, and usability over time. As we navigate the complexity of managing vast data sets, we must embrace technologies and methodologies that ensures that data remains secured, compliant, and readily available for analysis and good quality decision making. So, what are the various opportunities and the challenges? What are the various opportunities that we have in this? Yet with the advancement comes challenges, because for anything good, there must be the other part of it. So we must address issues of data privacy. It's very, very important. If we are leveraging on technology, if we are using technology, if we are collecting personal data, if we're using personal data, if we are applying personal data, we need to ensure that we address issues around privacy. We don't want a situation. We want a situation where if you collect personal data, you collect it for the purpose for which you have collected it, and the data is being used for the purpose And we also talk about the security of the data now. So how do we ensure that the data you have collected is stored in a way that is secured, that is difficult for unauthorized access? Then we talk about ethical use. A lot of people are even concerned today that, because of bias, a lot of developers could actually take advantage of technology like AI and take undue advantage of people, industry, and even the society as a whole. So these are some of the issues, these are some of the challenges that are evolving with all the good things that comes with technology innovations. So it is incumbent upon us as leaders in data and information management to set standards. So if you look at IIM cover list, the first thing you see there is a standard, because we believe in anything that you do, there has to be certain standards guiding your operations, guiding what you do, making sure that you are able to do the same thing consistently. So we need to set the standards that safeguard data integrity while fostering innovation and growth. So what's the role of the Institute of Information Management? So today we induct new members and honor achievers. We affirm our commitment to excellence, integrity, and continuous learning. So like I mentioned earlier on, joining the Institute of Information Management at this particular point in time could be the best decision that we have taken as individuals. And I'm also using this opportunity to invite our guests that are yet to be part of this great platform, because, in fact, I can't just stand here and be talking about the various benefits that you're going to get from the Institute. And another beauty of this Institute is the fact that the more you put in, the more you get. So it's not just about becoming a member and you say, okay, I'm a fellow, you go to sleep. No, as a fellow, you need to evolve. We have different committees, we have working group you can join. If you have certain skills, if you have certain knowledge, if you have certain experience, you can share with others. You can also learn from other people too. On the platform, you can network with different people. On the IIM platform, we have members across the globe. We've had different testimonies, job-related, project-related, investment-related, amongst our members across the globe. So it's a wonderful opportunity for you to be on the platform. So the Institute plays a pivotal role in shaping the future of data and information management. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we are the premier professional institute, not even in Africa alone, but across the globe. Because I am seen to be the only institute you find anywhere. You have access to technology to Google it. We are the only institute across the globe that is so focused on data and information management. Even talk about US, talk about UK, talk about other crimes. We concentrate on data, information, documents, records, content, archives, and knowledge. So through education, certification, and advocacy, we empower our members to lead with knowledge, ethics, and innovation. Because what is the essence of the knowledge that is not being applied ethically? You have to be professional, you have to be immaculate in what you do, you have to be professional. Your clients need to see you as a complement to their businesses, they need to see you as a support for the organization, and the only way and manner in which they can accord you such a respect is when you operate ethically and professionally. So in conclusion, as we embark on the journey of exploration and innovation, let us remember the responsibility we bear. Let us use our knowledge and skills not just for personal, organizational gain, but for the betterment of the society as a whole. So together, let us unlock data's potential and pave the way for a future where information powers, enlightens, and enriches every individual and organizations. Today, in the history of the Institute, we are privileged to host the 52nd edition of the IIM Induction and Investiture ceremony. I think we deserve a round of applause. So this is a prestigious event that sees the induction of new members into various membership grades, including professional fellowship, senior professional, professional grade, associate members, and so on. In fact, this year alone, I think this would be the 5th induction this year. 3 weeks ago,
The same way I'm standing in front of you was the same way I was standing in front of our members in South Africa. And about 2 months ago, it was the same way I was standing in front of our members in Houston, Texas, and also in Toronto, Canada. Then in March, we had that of United Kingdom in London. It was the same way on a Saturday like this that we also inducted new members into various categories, and we also did the same at the University of Lagos in Lagos. That was on the 11th of May this year. So I want to use this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of us. So fellowship within the Institute of Information Management is a distinct honor reserved for individuals who have made substantial contribution to the development of information management and technology, its practices, or the institute itself. Honorary fellowship is conferred on professionals from diverse backgrounds within and outside the information management field who have significantly impacted the profession, the society, or the Institute of Information Management positively. So I esteem inductees, I offer my heartfelt to you all. Your induction as certified members of our great institute carries the expectation that you will uphold the highest standard of integrity, professional conduct, and ethical practice as ambassadors of our great institute. You are tasked with staying current with industry trend and making meaningful contribution to data and information management profession, to your family and the society at large. So in the spirit of collaboration, I urge each and every one of us to engage actively today. Before we leave here, we need to engage actively, we need to share knowledge, we need to foster connection that will transcend this particular annual lecture. So as we embark on the joyous celebration, let us remember the limitless possibilities that lie ahead of our members and inductees. Together, let us embrace the future of optimism, determination, and commitment to making a positive impact in our respective fields and industry. Thank you all for the dedication, the passion, and commitment to advancing the field of data and information management. May this year's annual lecture, induction, and investiture be a resounding success, inspiring us all to reach new heights in knowledge, innovation, and service. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring, right? Something caught my attention, which is don't let technology use you. And what again? Use what? Technology. But I think that's the challenge we have in Nigeria. Technology has been using us instead of using technology. But I'm so happy that we're going home today fully loaded. So I would like to take a goodwill message from our guest. Please, I'm going to start with Professor Patrick. Let's put our hands together.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Our inductees and the members here present, and other members of our group. Actually, decided to be here with you this morning so that I can give a little back into what we're doing, especially in this part of the world. In the first place, I'm a professor of admin and information management. I developed the discipline called information management in Nigeria University, and it's good across all universities in Nigeria as we speak today. And because when we started, the study of economics, I'm sure they told us that we have 4 factors of production, right? Land, labor, capital, right? That's what they told us. Today, that idea has changed. The most important part of production is information. Any organization, investor that is not information driven will go out of business. Seriously. Now it's so more important that they are taking over land, because now you can be in your house and run your business without acquiring any land of any sort. Is that not true? So the world has become, even with the use of AI, businesses being done seamlessly. And so when the president was trying to introduce something to us about data, now some of us may have a confusion about what we call data. Now, for me, and just for elementary understanding of what we're doing, data is simply the facts or units of information that help us, or statistics that help us for evidence-based decision. It means that without data, you cannot take decisions for business. It is not possible. Now, on a lighter note, those of you that go to court to issue cases, you see lawyers will come that I have facts. One lawyer will say, as a matter of fact, what I'm saying is right. He said the other lawyer will say, as a matter of, and you need to ask, which one is actually true? Is that not what I say? So now, what data help us to do is that analysis that will give us what really, and data is the basic of research. And so for those who are professionals who are in business, we need data. And that's why even in our workplaces, we have properties, we have little things that we have as assets of organization. And so we have to do inventory of these things that we have. Some persons actually don't know that the composition of papers in our offices has a negative effect on our bottom line. Some persons, they feel that it's just paper. After I bought this paper for 3,000, therefore I could as well, since it's minor, throw them off. For every unit of paper that you abuse, add value, native value to your bottom line, to your profit line. Imagine you bought a ream of paper, and the utility value of the paper is their capacity to use fronts and back, right? That is full use of paper. But you now write 2 lines in the piece of paper and drop it somewhere. You have thrown away money, and you continue doing that, but not knowing that you are actually eating the profit of your business. And so it's very important for all of us to appreciate that data is very critical for business. Now it's critical for security of our business, because if you have data about the environment where you live, you can know how to adapt to that environment. Is that not true? Now, if I get to an environment I'm doing a business, I must know the belief system of the people there, their culture, and the way they manage their life. There was a case sometime 5-6 years ago that we had a woman killed in the north for preaching the gospel, right? Now let me tell you why that negative incident happened. If the woman had by chance understood her environment and tried to adapt her religion into it, she won't be dead by today. Now you must know your environment and work fully with them. It's also used for competition. Data is used for competition. What your competitors are doing and what you want to do. For you to do something different, you must have existing data available for you to take proper decision on what product and what service you want to render to the customers and the public. Now, I don't want to take much of your time, but I want to say that the world has gone digital. And the only way we can match the world in business is to digitalize our operations, our processes. The era where they write memo in offices are gone. Now everybody is registered in the system. So you don't need to have somebody sit down one place and say, I'm writing a sales today, I'm writing purchase, and I don't need to do that. So the information management are taking the world by surprise. And until we appreciate what we're doing, we cannot make progress. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you got something from that, right? The world has been digitalized. And that's why today we are all ambassadors, so that we take this message, home, and especially in our country today. And I hope our banking industry will get to also understand this. Well, let's try and get them, inducted so that they understand this. Because if you go to the banking hall today. What makes the cashier there feel so big, so honored when he sees the queue of people, before him or her? So he feels that he's working. Right? Am I correct? So he feels that he's working. I'm attending to this large number of persons. But the world has gone digital, right? With what is on ground now, those stuff have been eliminated. Okay, so I'd like to call on Dr. Willie, just for his goodwill message as well.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, members of the council who are present and members of the board. And I salute my flock. I'm very delighted to be here to give you this goodwill message. Why? As an ambassador of this Institute of IIM, I want to specially welcome you to this institute. Please take note that you have joined the best institute in the world. Why have I said so? The president did mention that it's of one kind anywhere you go in the world. IIM is one. He has mentioned different places where induction are taking places, and he has just returned from some. If you are privileged from tomorrow, any other, you can join online and watch how others are inducted in other areas. Information management is inexhaustible. It's a very wide area of study, just like the ocean. And no one person can be a master of everything about information. And therefore, we need to work with others to develop this great institute and this great profession. I must say that I congratulate all of you who have made that wise decision to join us today. And as you are here, you have a lot to tap. You have mentors around you. And I'm assuring you that the president, his phone lines are always open. If you want information, yes. If he don't give you direct, he will direct you to who will give it to you. And all the fellows here are ready to assist you to grow to your great height. And the fellow to be dotted today, you have wealth of knowledge and you have been managing information. That is why the institute deemed you fit to make you a fellow. This institute does not give fellowship to any Tom, Dick, and Harry along the road. It is for those who merit it. And so for meriting it, you have just moved one step. Do not say, I'm not a fellow, and go and sleep. We want your research to contribute to this profession and the institute in particular. We also want you tomorrow to be teaching us latest information and data concerning this institute and what is happening across the world. It is noteworthy and very encouraging that the number of people embracing this institute is increasing year in, year out. When the institute started, the president can attest to it, that there were just a few inductees. Now, you are the 52nd inductees of this institute. I want consistency to be your watchword. Consistency, not to take the institute to climb and throw the institute aside. As you climb with the institute, please struggle to build the institute, to move it to greater heights, to be a jealous institute, not just in Africa, but across the world. Yes, I am proud to be IIM fellow, and you have to be proud to be IIM fellow. And for you to be proud to do that, you have to carry the banner anywhere you go. By what you do and by what you say. The ethics of information management is uncompromisable. And so, don't sell information for selfish reason. Don't sell it for any reason. Otherwise, the law will hold you. Many are behind the bar because of poor management of information. May that not happen to any of us. We have a lot to say, but today will not be enough. And so we're going to have more opportunity to rub minds together, to talk together. But I want to wish all of you the best of the best from this institute. And I tell you, you can travel around the world with this institute. If you want to do that, just let the institute know, and you can travel for induction to great occasion in different parts of the world. I must tell you that information is power. Therefore, information is key to your success. As a key success factor, you don't want to joke with it. Thank you, because it's my success factor, it will be your success factor.
Dr. David Moyani. So let's have his good lesson as well. Thank you. Thank you very much, the international president, my fellows, and indeed the new inductees. I want to congratulate you today for this giant stride. My name is Dennis Oyakire, as has been said, and I am a proud fellow of this institute. I cannot be happier today. The older fellow, Dr. Odemke, introduced me to FIM 2 years ago. I was inducted 2 years ago.
Ambassador Dr. William Odemke, a fellow of IIM. The 52nd induction ceremony of IIM. I've known the president about 5 years now. And I've been a member of this institute, and I'm proud to be a member of this institute. The institute is an institute that is full of information and knowledge. As a knowledge bank, everybody wants to tap on it, and personally I've gained a lot of knowledge from the institute, as I do enjoy some of the webinars as time permits me. I need the information very well. As a lecturer, I actually deserve more information, more knowledge from the institute. And I encourage my students to always join the institute, and I'm glad to tell you that today, 2 of my students were inaugurated, they were inducted, and in the future more will come. Last 2 years, one of my students was inaugurated, and from time to time, more and more will come. The institute is a place for everybody, irrespective of your background, profession, irrespective of your discipline. It's an institute that accommodates everybody, and everybody needs information. Information is power, information is key, information is knowledge, and we are in the age of information. And if you don't manage information well, you can go behind the bars. And this institute is ready to equip us to avoid that mishap.
Data that has to do with community development. And I must tell you that it passed. And soon after that, we started another legal process that has to do with the Petroleum Industry Act. That has to, before now, it used to be what you call the Global Memorandum of Understanding with Communities. But a couple of years ago, the Petroleum Industry Act, was passed, and that act, stipulated, I'm sure a lot of us know about it, stipulated some, things. But the data privacy component of PIA that has to do with the host community development trust is massive. And I must say that being a member of institute helped me, ahead. And so a consultancy that I thought I was going to do for 3 months, maybe maximum of 6 months, 3 years and counting, it's still on. To the extent that it's me that is, pushing. I'm like, look, I'm tired, and I'll say, no, please stay here quiet. Thank you. And I also want to say that data is very key for some of us too, who are deeply involved in the political process. I happen to be engaged in the political process, and for me, we have an election that is coming up this time next week. And when it happened in February, it was a lot of data management that has to do with, your registration. That's electoral registration. I'm talking of from the point of view of active participants. And so when, I came into the scene and got my operatives involved in managing data, projecting data, and eventually the electoral outcome, I became known as the political game changer in my locality. So, you see, just to give you a little bit of the fact that you can actually bring to bear your involvement in data information management into every facet, of your activity. So much has been said about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the automatic outcome of being involved in information management. And look, the possibility is infinite. You can cut a lot of things off, the drudgery and all of that, if you know what and how to organize your data, how to bring in AI, how to, project and all of that. So I want to say that information management is the new gold, is the new oil. And that is why I congratulate you today for joining this worthy institute, because at the point at which the institute came about, it was, but now I know that it's going to greater heights. Of course, it's international. In this country alone, the various, outposts, not to talk of Canada, US, and all of that. So you can look at yourself and say, I am an international citizen. I think you should congratulate yourself. Welcome to the Institute. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
NDPA is a new law that was passed last year. So how many of us, only a few people, but it affects all of us. So if you are hearing it for the first time today, please do your research. Nigerian Data Protection Act, it's a law, and like they say, ignorance is not an excuse in law. So if you run foul of the law, in fact, a lot of organizations and individuals, they have already started paying dearly for it. How many of us read in the news? One bank, I'm not going to mention the name, just last week or week before the last, a bank has been fined hundreds of millions now to pay for non-compliance with that same law I'm just talking about now. So we don't want to run foul of the law, and that is why information management is very important. So as professionals, the Institute provides a support system that ensures that you have all the knowledge, the skills, the exposure to be able to manage information life cycle. And the moment you're able to manage information life cycle, it means it's going to be very seamless for your organization to be compliant with regulations, with laws, with standards, and all other best practices across the globe. So as a professional institute, we provide that support. We ensure that our members are properly guided, and in terms of their career choices too, we also guide them. So the institute's headquarters is in Denver, Colorado, United States of America. It actually started in Nigeria in 2010, and the headquarters in 2018 moved to the USA. So as we speak, we have 9 chapters in 9 countries, and we're still working on other chapters in different climes. But it's just that they've not gotten to that maturity level. That is why they have not been announced. So as we speak, IIM is in all these 9 countries: Nigeria, Ghana, Canada, South Africa, UK, US, Australia, Switzerland, and India. So as a professional listening, we're also affiliated to a number of local and international organizations. There you have them on the screen. Just because of space and time, we decided to share just a few with you. So as a professional institute, what do we stand for? Our core values, like you can see: standards, certification, competence, and research. When we talk about standard, we want to ensure that for every sector of the economy, because the truth remains that, let's take a look at the health sector, for example. If you select, within this vicinity, if you select 4 different health facilities and you decide to visit and do your research as to how patient data is being captured, you will find 4 different ways, 4 different facilities, for the same organizations within the same sector, but you will find 4 different processes. And that's why we believe in standardization. We want to ensure that we identify and also help different sectors of the economy to develop standards, specifications that will help them to manage the data and information life cycle. So we can see the way it's tying into it now. I've explained about what life cycle is all about, and now we're talking about standards. So the standard will mean that if you go to hospital A, it's the same way they will capture your information, they will capture it in 2, in 3, and in 4. So it means they have standard processes. Then we talk about certification. We want to ensure that professionals in the field of information management get the right recognition. Because part of the challenges being faced by professionals in the field in the past has to do with recognition. You can imagine the way and manner in which accountants are being respected, chartered accountants. People are proud to say, oh, I'm a chartered accountant, blah, blah, blah. Even the employers too. If you look at the pay scale, it's different. So the same thing is what we envisage for this all-important field. Because if we say that data is an asset, it means we need to protect it. If you have an asset that you need to protect, then those professionals and individuals that are responsible for managing it also need to be recognized. So, and we intend to achieve that through the certification program. So, having certification will give recognition to you as a professional. It will help you in your career progression, and you'll be able to excel. Then, for those that are already involved in one aspect of data and information management, because the truth remains that if you have to sample a number of organizations, you find out that those individuals that are managing information there, a lot of them do not even have background in information management. They don't. Even in some organizations, they believe that if a manager doesn't like your face, if he doesn't want to see you around, he will just send you to the archive because he believes that there isn't anything happening at the archive. But the reverse is the case, because we're in a world that is driven by data and information now. So we want to ensure that those professionals charged with managing information, they have the right competencies to be able to carry out their job effectively and also to be able to deliver. Then the last but not the least is research. We pay premium to research because any organization that stops to invest in research is not going to be able to compete, and they are not even going to be able to innovate and follow the trend as it affects their industry. So in terms of accreditation, like I mentioned, the institute is registered in Nigeria with Corporate Affairs Commission. We have the accreditation of Federal Ministry of Education, which means that any certificate that is being issued to you by this institute is recognized by the Federal Ministry of Education, that is Federal Government of Nigeria. So if you attend data protection, thank you. So if you attend data protection or information management course with one organization by the roadside, you are your own. Because a lot of times it's everybody's responsibility. No matter what you studied, it is your responsibility to manage information. If it is not your personal information, it will be information that belongs to your employer. If it is not your employer's information, it will be information that has to do with clients and other people that you interface with. So we have our global team in those countries I mentioned earlier on. Then we have a few of them from UK, Canada, US, Ghana, South Africa. And then you have pictures of some of the inductions like this that we've had in Australia, we had in US, we had in Nigeria, United Kingdom, in Ghana, in South Africa, and so on and so forth. So IIM membership, like I said, is open to all. Anybody can join. We always have a place for you. So we have the student membership, we have graduate, associate, professional, senior professional, fellow, and corporate. Depending on the number of years of experience that you have, that is what determines your membership grade. Then after becoming a member, you may decide to go for any of the certification programs. Because in IIM, we intentionally separated our professional certification program from membership, from accredited membership. Simply because we do not want to disenfranchise other professionals in other fields. You can imagine, for you to join IIM, you must be an accountant. For you to join current, you must be what? An engineer. So, but we don't want to say for you to join IIM, you must be an information. We all have responsibilities when it comes to managing data and information. So, joining the institute is a feather you've already added to your heart. Then the next step is for you to work to obtain and achieve professional certifications in different areas that I'm going to also show you now. So part of the benefit is, depending on your membership grade, you will be entitled to use any of this acronym at the back of your name. Like I always say, if you want to test the efficacy of IIM, how many of us are on LinkedIn, social media platform? LinkedIn. Okay? Just go to the search bar there, type FIIM. Don't type anybody's name there, just type FIIM. You will see all our members across the globe, they will start popping up there. So even as an accredited member today, you have the opportunity of adding that at the back of your name, on your social media platform, on your business card, and other platforms where you showcase your professionalism. Then there are lots of benefits. We have professional benefits because being inducted today is an emblem of recognition for you as a person. We have seen lots and lots of testimonies, people being promoted to management level because of IIM fellowship. There are lots of people that have not even traveled outside of Nigeria to even Ghana here. But they cross from IIM to Canada, from IIM to US. You can imagine, from IIM to UK. Just like that. So, it's a professional emblem because wherever you showcase the fact that you're a member of this great institute, it's the same respect and regard that people give to you. You know, it shows your achievement, your expertise, your ability to deliver on the job. Then we also have business and employment opportunities. We've assisted a number of our members to be gainfully employed, not just any out job, in the oil and gas, in different sectors, in the telecom sector, and so on. And so, even from time to time, we receive requisition from companies. They won't even advertise. They say, "Hi, please, we have this role. Kindly help us identify people within your network. We need them very fast." You know. Then, if you also have products and services that you sell, or you have anything you want to extend to people, that platform gives you the opportunity. You have lots of people to partner with, to collaborate with, to work with, and also to patronize you. Then there's an opportunity for you to learn best practices, opportunity to share your own knowledge too. Like I mentioned earlier on, we have different working groups, we have committees that you can join. Join the committee, show what you can do. You know, release white paper. You know, look at areas that needs intervention, provide solutions to. There are lots of areas that are begging for attention. I can tell you that. I can tell you for free. You know, these are the initiatives that we can get involved in that will even give you a kind of national recognition. Then we have international opportunities like we've been talking about. You can travel and join any of the locations at any point in time as a member of our institute. You have that privilege. The institute will give you, we invite you, give you the necessary documentation to process your travel. Then you also have opportunity, and hedge over non-members when you want towards certification. Because as a member of the institute alone, if you want to start your certification, we have what we call the points-based certification. That point-based certification means that you will be evaluated based on your experience, your qualification, and other certifications that you already obtained, and most importantly, your membership. So being a member of the Institute of Information Management, if you decide today that you want to start any of the certification programs that you are still going to see the list today, you are entitled as fellows, you are entitled to the maximum points of 25 points in the membership area. Senior professionals are entitled to, I think, 20 points, and so on and so forth. Then every other month, we always organize what we call the monthly webinar. Our webinars will bring professionals across the globe. And you can check out our YouTube if you want to watch previous webinars. We bring professionals, and even the one we had last month was so exciting. And as I'm speaking, yesterday we had the dry run for the September webinar. So I will encourage us not to miss that, because these are sessions that you will have had to pay hundreds of thousands to attend. But as members, you are attending for free. We also allow non-members to attend, but they don't get the certificate for free. Our members get certificate for free. If you attend and you meet 70% attendance online, you get the certificate for free. Non-members will pay to get such certificates. We also have a quarterly training program. So to join the institute is just simply by sending your CV to our membership department, membership@iim-africa.org. So we also provide training too. We have lots of training programs. You can download our training calendar, where this is the professional certification I was talking about. We also have the GIMC certification, which is a general certification for everybody. This is more like a certification that is aimed at creating awareness, talking about our roles and responsibilities for, when it comes to managing and handling data and information. So every organization has the opportunity to train all their staff. The cleaners, the security people, they all need to be educated. Because gone are those days you feel it's only those employees in the offices that you should train of that particular program. So it will be evaluated along with our curriculum. If it fits into it, then it attach a particular points to it. So you already had 75 points here now. So you can see the table. If you now go to this table, you now see where 75 would be. So if you have 75 points, it means automatically without writing an exam, you have jumped IMP1, IMP2, and you are now in IMP3. We've had people that had this at a go. Master from 90 upwards is the master certification. Then after 3 years, it's not a matter of, I'm now certified. I'm a certified health information officer. I'm a certified document management officer. No, after 3 years, your certification will expire. And for you to renew, you don't necessarily have to write the exam. You need to present what we call CPD points. How many of us have had CPD before? It's continuing professional development points. So like this session you are attending now, to those of us that are members of this institute now, depending on the number of hours we spend here, for every hour you are spending here, it's not a waste. Every hour you are spending here now, you can send email to membership and tell them that you want to claim your CPD points. They will give you in form of certificates. So you keep it. If you attend the webinar online 1 hour, you collect that one, you keep it. After 3 years, they will ask you, you want to renew your certification, where are your CPD points? You need to present minimum of 60 points in 3 years. So it means that in every year, you must accumulate 20 points. Do we get it now? And all of these points are very easy to get. Even you can present at a program like this, present the paper, you get point for it. If you publish any publication that has to do with, that is related to information, data and everything, you get points. If you volunteer on any initiative, if you join committee and you are involved in certain activities, you collect your points. Recently, we had one of our members, he was to be appointed into a management position in one of the top banks in Nigeria. Do you know what they used? It was the CPD point from IIM. The CBN insisted they wanted to see all of that because he needed to renew his certification. And the only way he could do that is to substantiate the fact that he has continually, got himself involved in professional development. That was why we said it's not just about becoming a fellow and you go to sleep. The work has just started. So if you have up to from 90 upward, then you have the master certification. So in order to apply, just send your CV to our certification department, and your certification will be issued by our chapter at the headquarters in Colorado. Then you send it to certification@iim-africa.org. So why information management? A lot of organizations, a lot of individuals, a lot of even governments, they are struggling, to manage information. And that is why, as professionals in this field, you can't tell me you are looking for a job. That one is out of your own dictionary. The moment you have the right skills, we are needed all over the world. You can even be in Nigeria, you'll be collecting dollars in America. There are lots of remote jobs now that you can do online without even leaving Nigeria. So for any organization or government that want to promote efficiency in their service provision, they want to increase their profits and reduce the cost of operations, they want to show to people that they are professionals and that they are able to handle their responsibilities like data management and everything ethically, then you need information management. Then information management program must manage organizational information so that what is the essence of information that you have, that when you need it, you are not likely going to be able to find it. So it's as good as not having such information. But you don't have it. Most of the time you think you have information, you don't have the information, because if the information you have is not accessible, then you don't have it. Because at the critical point that you might need to apply that information or use it, if it is not readily available, then the purpose is already defeated. So any information that you have has to be timely, has to be accurate, complete, cost-effective, has to be accessible and usable. You find, most especially in the public sector, you see a scenario where they will tie up documents, they will put it under basements, they will put on the shelf and everything. And at the end of the day, you'll be like, always need to be in control. So how do you be in control? How can you be in control? You can only be in control if you're able to access what you need at the appropriate time. You're able to protect it from unauthorized use. You're able to ensure that you don't keep them beyond the time you're supposed to keep them. A lot of organizations today, while they are struggling with physical records, is the fact that they don't know when to dispose the information. They don't know because they do not have retention policy in place. So you also want to improve efficiency. You want to be able to assimilate technologies as they are evolving. Know how to integrate it into your business, how to take advantage of it, and so on. You also want to make sure that, most importantly, you are able to, comply with laws and regulations. I just mentioned the case of a bank now. We all know the banks. How many of us read that story or heard that story? What's the million? How much did they ask them to pay? Is it no? I think about 200. Sorry, 100 and something million. You can imagine paying such a fine. And do you know that it's not even about the money now, but it's about the image of that organization. even that amount of money, if they should return it back to the bank in 3 folds, it cannot buy that repetition back. So you don't want a situation where you toy with the image of your business, or even your personal image, or the image of a multinational for that matter. So you want to ensure compliance by making sure that you have what we call IT, information governance. So when you have information governance, you are in charge, you are in control of your information. Then ultimately you are going to be able to mitigate risk, all the information risk we have been talking about. You'll be able to safeguard certain information that are called vital information. How many of us have heard the word vital information before? If you have not identified vital information within the organization today, you are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Because what it means is that you now house the various type of records that you have with others. You need to be able to separate those that are vital, because vital records will require special repositories, special storage, special attention, special security. And like I always say, when you look at a building as huge as this, the value is not actually in the building itself. Where is the value? In the document. It's in the document. No matter how big a building might be, or maybe equipment or car or whatever, the value is in what is in the documentation. If somebody should steal the document and sell, they can sell, you'll be in the same people and they will sell it while you are there. The next thing you just see somebody coming and ask you to move out of the house, and you'll be like, what is going on here? I should move out of my house, what is going on? And the person will tell you, I'm not the new owner. And what will happen next? You go to court. Where's your evidence that it belongs to you? If you cannot provide it, then it means it's not yours. So we can see the power of information. Then we're able to make better decisions, we're able to preserve corporate memory, we're able to foster professionalism in all our activities, and ultimately reducing the cost of operation. So on that note, we come to the end of this. For those of us that attended online, the session is beyond this, but because of our time here, we will not be able to go through the career opportunities and the rest. But you still have access, you can send email to training department for the slides, so that they give you the slide for the 3 slides. There are actually 3 slides. So I just started to share this with us. So thank you for your attention. So if you have questions, please, the floor is open.
My name is Lady Judith Onkwe. I'm very delighted today. I'm very, very happy and excited. It's an addition to my professional certifications and qualifications, being inducted into this institute, having my degrees, all my degrees and certifications on information management. So for me, it's really, really, really an honor that God has provided, and I appreciate it. And it will go a long way in also ensuring that my processes and procedures in information and data management falls in line with the expected standards in the current digital world. So I'm very, very delighted to be part of this today. And I thank the Institute for creating the platform for professionals to have a leveling ground to improve and continuously make innovations in the data industry. Thank you.
Something that resonated with me immediately you started speaking, more like from the moment the inductees started working. The first question is that this lecture, it's called another lecture. I want to ask if it's exclusive to just the members of IIM.
It's actually a pre-induction material, and it's only available to those that are to be inducted. But our monthly webinar is actually open to all, where you can learn about data and information as well.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much. The reason why I asked that question is I kind of did an overview of the individuals in the room, and I noticed that there is
recording in progress.
That there is little to none students, when I meet students, the graduate students, I'm a prospective graduate member. I finished from the University of Ibadan. So I was kind of participating to maybe see 1 or 2 persons of that are undergraduates as well to be here today. So I want a follow-up question to that is, are there like plans to incorporate more of the student community into the organization? So
Yes, this is it's the regular practice. They say even outside of Nigeria, sometimes we go in Benin Republic, almost all the universities there, as part of the onboarding process for the Ajabites, we used to have a coordinator there that manages that for us, and it's an ongoing thing. The institute is open to, like I mentioned earlier, we're open to higher institution of learning, and students in different departments have the opportunity, to be part of this, because we believe, taking it from that particular stage will really help them as they are getting into the job market, to really help them, to be able to know and understand how they can actually take advantage of information management, to be able to get things done, and also to gain competitive advantage over their peers. Because the truth remains that, having this knowledge alongside whatever discipline or whatever sector that you are trained or you are in will give you an edge over others. Because whether we like it or not, there is always an element of data and information in everything. So, and the ability to be able to identify that and also to be able to know how what you do will benefit from that will really go a long way in projecting you even within the organization as a subject matter expert. At the moment people begin to look up to you for information, they begin to look up to you for guidance on how to manage. Just like what Honorable mentioned, they saw the value in him that, it could help them in the area of data protection. And he said, even up till now, he's still there. So, in order for us to continue to remain relevant, it's an opportunity for us to plug into it. And students have that opportunity, to take advantage of it now. So, your alma mater, I would suggest that you can also take it up. You can become the coordinator. You go out there, talk to all the relevant stakeholders there, see how you can connect them with the institute, and you have all our support, all the resources will be made available for you to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Get to the students, just like my question is along what he asked. Okay, what is the institute actually doing to get to the schools, actually to get them to be aware, to create the awareness in the institutions? My conception or the information, the understanding I have is just people that have access or contacts to people that are already members. So how is the institution trying to get into the...
Please, let's clap for them now. I'm telling you, I think they be okay. Put your hand together for praying now. Apello Franklin, Equivalent. Amadi Victoria Choma. Okay, she's there. Roland Raphael Budo. Obi Abiodun Chiwendu Lisa. Alpha Okocha Uchichukuka. Christian Obi Onwe. Dr. George Odwa.
this is Ambassador Dr. Yedokun Oyewole. Once again, here live in Port-Harcourt for the 2024 IIM Annual Lecture Induction and Investiture Ceremony, which also happened to be our 52nd induction. Wow, 52nd induction. We're indeed grateful to God Almighty for making it possible for us to be back in Port-Harcourt. It's been a wonderful day. It has been a wonderful experience. The new members, the old members coming together to fraternize, to network, to share lessons learned and best practices. And most importantly, talking about data, which is the new oil. Data is the new oil, is the new gold. And also at the same time, ensuring that organization is able to meet up with their objectives. So the essence for data to continue to be a corporate asset that is adequately and properly managed cannot be overemphasized. And that is why these great institutes continue to take this narrative across the globe to Europe, America, and everywhere across the globe, projecting and promoting the need for individuals and organizations, including governments, to take data governance as a priority, to bring it to the front burner, to make it, something that needs to be attended to on a daily basis. Our activities, our events, things we get involved in, we generate data, we generate information from time to time. And the need for us to ensure that we're able to manage it, that is managing the entire life cycle, cannot be overemphasized. We need knowledge, we need awareness, we need processes, we need legislation, we need laws, we need regulations to making sure that data is properly governed in every organization, and also to protect organizations from information risk, to protect individuals from information risk and organizations, and ultimately ensuring smooth and better operations. The Institute of Information Management is poised to ensuring professional excellence in this field, promoting professionalism, and also encouraging certification and recognitions for our members across the globe. I would like to use this opportunity to invite us all, to join this great body and be able to contribute to the development of the data and information ecosystem across the globe. The Institute of Information Management has come to stay, data has come to stay, and as a society, it is our responsibility to be able to take advantage of data. And we are supposed to use technology rather than us allowing technology to use us. On that note, I want to say a very big thank you to all that has made this year's event a wonderful success here in Port-Harcourt. I want to thank Dr. Bob, I want to thank Dr. Dewingi, I want to thank Dr. Dennis, I want to thank Ambassador Emilike Nwapa, I want to thank Rita, I want to thank other coordinators that have contributed in one way or the other in making sure that we're able to have a seamless program, most especially for Larry. He's been running around to make sure that we had a smooth day, and today it's a wonderful success for the Institute. So we look forward to having you on board again next time. For those of you that are yet to join the Institute, there is always an opportunity for you to be part of us. Data has come to stay. It's not going anywhere. Regardless of what you do, you need data knowledge. You need to be data literate. You need to acquire enough experience for you to be able to leverage on it to achieve your business objective, to achieve your career objective, and also to achieve your economic objective. On that note, I want to say a very big thank you. Do have a great day. Bye for now.
That is the senior professionals. So when it's time for you to mention your grades, you mention if you are senior professional or you're professional. So this is the oath of allegiance for the conferment of IIM Senior Professional Membership and IIM Professional Membership accredited. I, male or female, currently of the address, do you hereby consent
to be a senior professional and professional member with the Institute of Information Management, IIM Africa, with effect from the 14th day of September. Henceforth, I pledge to accept and discharge the responsibilities allotted to me at all times as an information manager, with integrity and observe those standards and practices that will be determined from time to time by the Standards Committee of the Institute of Information Management, IIM, with a promise to give professional opinions with absolute objectivity and respect the codes of other institutes relevant to their responsibilities. Have regard for the well-being of the society, respect the confidentiality of information receivable in the course of my duty, while acting loyally and honestly in carrying out information management responsibilities in any organization where I'm engaged. I understand that the Institute of Information Management, IIM, reserves the right to summarily terminate my membership if I violate any of the above, which were made out of my own free will. I therefore pray to God to enable me hold on to this oath always. So help me God. Amen. By the power and authority conferred on me as the International President of the Institute of Information Management, I hereby confer on you IIM accredited senior professional membership. Congratulations. I hereby confer on you IIM accredited professional membership. Congratulations. So you are now accredited members of the Institute, ambassadors of the Institute. Wherever you go to, it is now a point of duty for you to exude excellence in anything that you do, and also portray yourself as an ambassador that is promoting excellence in data and information management. Congratulations once again. A round of applause for them.
Anthony, again, congratulations. Let's go. Next is today Daniel. We'll induct him a little bit later. Those who will induct him in absentia. Also, we have Amaditi Precious, congratulations. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Please.
On one of our valued members. This is an MIT program. We all know Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the United States of America. The program started in Nigeria in 2021, and by the special grace of God, I was made the country chief data ambassador for Nigeria. And as part of my responsibilities in 2021, they gave me a title. They call me the Godfather of Information Management in Africa. So
as part of the responsibilities is to help to develop the ecosystem, the data ecosystem. There is a particular role. Most of us are familiar with the CIO roles in organizations. In fact, there is no bank that does not have a CIO officer. And there is this all-important role too that has been involved in. And a lot of organizations are yet to even, have an idea of the essence for them to have this in place, which is the Chief Data Officer role. So every organization deserves to have a CDO, a Chief Data Officer. Earlier on, we talked about data privacy and data protection in Nigeria. And as a result, the law has already recognized a role called DPO, Data Protection Officer. So who will this data protection officer report to in the organization? Is it the CTO, is it the CIO, or is it the IT manager? So, and being professionals in this field, we have the knowledge, we know what is right, we know what to do. And as part of awareness creation and also promoting this important role is a C-level role in every organization, management level position. If you are a CDO in an organization, you are at the management level. So that is what it means. And this will give a lot of opportunity to the field so that our voices too will be heard at the ends of affairs in every organization. Because the closest you find today, in a typical organization will be like the IT manager or the chief information officer and so on and so forth. So I have the privilege of also welcoming into the midst. Through this particular program, we tend to raise awareness for the role of the CDO in an organization, and every decision maker in any organization have the opportunity to become a CDO ambassador. So today, we have one of our valued members that is going to be conferred on the Chief Data Officer Ambassador. So after today now, we call him Ambassador again. He is not Mr. Ineogon again. He has become a global ambassador for data. So please say after me, this is the oath of allegiance for the conferment of the Chief Data Officer Ambassador. I, male or female, currently of the address,
currently in Port-Harcourt,
do solemnly swear and affirm that I will champion, connect, mobilize, educate, and support the data management profession and community, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the Chief Data Officer Ambassador, on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Amen. By the authority conferred on me as the Nigeria Country Chief Data Officer Ambassador, I hereby confer on you Chief Data Officer Ambassador. Congratulations. We have a CDO ambassador also in the house. So he's going to be assisting me with a doctor to officially.
I'm also a CDO.
Yeah, okay. That's
the first set of CDO.
Okay, join our YouTube. Join our Other CDOs in the house, please join us on the stage to welcome the latest CDO ambassador in town. Other CDOs in town. Certificates. Congratulations.
Okay, so everybody, I want to say a really big thank you to our president, doctor, and all our colleagues that are here. It's such a great privilege standing in your midst. I also want to say a very big thank you to IIM nationwide. It's a great privilege being part of what we are doing today, and I'll take this message outside here. Thank you all.
Thank you all in this. Thank you very much for IIM for this video. Thank you very much.
Very brief. Thank you. Let's have the president.
Please, come forward.
Jude, once you have taken that, so okay.
Believe.
Who's the next person?
Believe. Akpelu Franklin.
Sorry.
Akpelu Franklin.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next person, Victor. Okay, thank you.
Ashley.
Get ready.
Amadi Victoria Choma.
Get ready. Ashley. Next. Next. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so Jude.
Hello. Why is this place quiet? Now this is not a funeral. You just got inducted to the biggest institute in the whole of the world, and you're not wearing big smiles. Hello. Okay, good afternoon, ladies. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our newest and Sierra Rubber inductees, to our amiable president, on behalf of the entire Institute of Information Management Africa, I, Mrs. Noruka Ifomarita, the supervisor of IIM Africa, wish to extend a very heartfelt thanks. In fact, words are not enough to appreciate you all for being here today, for listening to us, for being a part of IIM Africa Port-Harcourt 2024, and especially for being able to liaise with IIM to move forward. In fact, what you've gotten here today is you wake up tomorrow and you say, thank you very much, IIM, because what is coming for you is not what you've ever expected. Knowledge actually is not enough. Its application is what brings innovation. What am I not saying? Take whatever you've learned today, continue to unlock data's vast potential in your respective fields, continue to conquer, and be a very good ambassador of IIM Africa. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very, very much. All right, so we are gradually coming to the end of the program. So next on the list is a group photograph. Okay. Jude. Yes, sir. Okay.
Join us, please. Join us, please. I'm not too fast.
No.
Sorry.
I look very forward to having you at the So, officially, it is on.
Information is power, information is key, information is knowledge, and we are in the age of information.
Important for all of us to appreciate that data is very critical for business.
This is Ambassador Dr. Yedokun Oyewole once again in Port-Harcourt for the 2024 IIM Annual Lecture Induction and Investiture Ceremony, which happened to be our 52nd induction.
Artificial intelligence is the automatic outcome of being involved in information management. And look, the possibility is infinite.
IIM is a very prospective institution.
The institute is an institute that is full of information and knowledge.
It's an addition to my professional certifications and qualifications.
As a knowledge bank, everybody wants to tap on it. Personally, I've gained a lot of knowledge from the institute.
Having my degrees and certifications on information management.
Data is everything. Data is life. Now, I want to improve. I want to do better. I want to give the best to the world at the end of the day.
It's really, really, really an honor that God has provided, and I appreciate it.
If you don't belong to IIM Africa, you're missing out, because there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to gain, there's a lot to benefit from.
A very big thank you to all that has made this year's event a wonderful success here in Port-Harcourt. I want to thank Dr. Bob, I want to thank Dr. Odewingi, I want to thank Dr. Dennis, I want to thank Ambassador Emelike Nwakpa, I want to thank Rita. So we look forward to having you on board again next time. For those of you that are yet, to join the Institute, there is always an opportunity for you to be part of us. Data has come to stay. It's not going anywhere. Regardless of what you do, you need data knowledge. You need to be data literate. You need to acquire enough experience for you to be able to leverage on it to achieve your business objective.